Welcome to our video on the Authpoint mobile app. We use the mobile app to activate, store, and manage the tokens that you use to authenticate. This does include any third-party token that also provides a one-time password. The mobile app is our way to provide a second factor of authentication. So let's get started. This is the Authpoint mobile app. Let's get started by taking a look at the options in the settings menu. The first option is token security. This allows us to protect our tokens with a PIN or biometrics so that even if another person gets access to our mobile device, they can't authenticate without that third factor. Here we can see I've enabled token security with a biometric ID, but I'm only using it to protect a single token on my phone. Select device information to see what information the app reports to our Authpoint account. The settings menu also has the option to manually activate a third-party token, which we might use if the QR code scanner doesn't work, the option to back up third-party tokens to iCloud or Google Drive, and some help links for the users. Let's explore the rest of the mobile app. In the red bar at the top of the screen is the QR code reader and the Migrate Tokens button. We use the QR code reader to activate tokens and to authenticate. The Migrate Tokens option enables us to transfer all of our Authpoint tokens to new devices. When we migrate Authpoint tokens, Authpoint deletes the tokens on this device and sends us an email for each token that we use to activate the tokens on a new device. We can also choose to migrate individual tokens, including third-party tokens. To transfer a third-party token, the Authpoint app provides a QR code we can scan with the new device. At the top of the list is the option to check for pending push notifications. This will retrieve any open push requests for our tokens directly from Authpoint. We might use this if we authenticate but do not receive a push notification, or if we dismissed a push notification without responding to it. Below that, we can see all of our tokens in the list. Each token that we've activated is identified by a name and an image, and we can see the current one-time password for that token. To rearrange the tokens, tap Edit and then drag a token to move it up or down. On Android, simply long press a token to move it. Next to each token is a menu. We can click Edit Token to enable us to change the display name and image. We can click Show Token Details to see information about the token, including push diagnostic information. We can click Sync Token to sync the time reference if it is not correct. And we can migrate or delete the token if we no longer need it on this device. Now I'd like to activate a token and use it with the three MFA options. I've already added a user in Authpoint, and I received an email with a link to activate my token. That link took me to this screen. If I'd opened the link on my computer, I would use the QR code scanner in the mobile app to scan the QR code and activate my token. If I did not receive the email, I could use the IDP portal to retrieve this QR code as well. Since I opened the link on my phone, I can just tap Activate. This opens the Authpoint app and activates my token for me. After I activate my token, I'm prompted to set a name and display image for the token. This may already be filled out if custom branding is enabled on the account. You can use the default name and image or change it. We always recommend naming the token something easy to identify. I'll name this one Example. Now that my token is activated, I've moved it to the top of the list of tokens so it's easily accessible. On my computer, I'll go ahead and authenticate with my user. The first option I'll test is push authentication. I'll type my password and click Send Push, and on the mobile app we see the push request arrive. The push has some basic information about the request to provide context and the options to approve, deny, or discard it. I'll go ahead and approve the request, and on my computer I'm logged in successfully. Now I'll log out and test the QR code authentication method. I type my password again and select QR code. Authpoint then displays a QR code on the login screen that I scan with the mobile app. After I scan the QR code, the app provides me with this 6-digit verification code that I type into the login screen to complete the authentication. The last option is the one-time password, and we can see it right there on my token. After I type my password and select OTP as my authentication method, I just have to type the 6-digit one-time password shown in the app to authenticate. That concludes the overview of the AuthPoint mobile app. We covered the options in the mobile app, how to activate a new token, and how to use the mobile app to authenticate with a second factor.